Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Baladeva Subhadra Mai Jaya Sudarshana Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Baladeva Subhadra Mai Jaya Sudarshana Jaya Radha Shyama Sundara Radha Shyama Sundara Radhe Jaya Jaya Radha Gopinath Radha Gopinath Radhe Jaya Radha Gopinath Radha Gopinath Radhe Jaya Radha Damodar Radha Damodar Radhe Jaya Radha Damodar Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Hare Krishna. Welcome you all for the Sunday Feast program. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you for inviting. Though I am not qualified, this is just for my purification. Once again, I think you are all progressing well. I could see from Murli Prabhu and Guru and Prabhu. I have been associated with them for quite some time. Let's get started. We'll recite Mangalachar. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadankitam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यस्य कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशधारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा. So today we are going to see Srimad Bhagavad Gita, second chapter, verse 50 to 52, 50 to 52. बुद्धियुक्तो जहातीह रूपे सुप्ता दुष्कृते तस्मात् योगया युज्यस्य योगः कर्मसु कौशलम् बुद्धियुक्तो जहातीह उभे सुकृत दुष्कृते तस्मात् योगया उच्यस्व योगः कर्मसु कौशलम्. Someone recite, one from Mataji, one from Prabhuji.
बुद्धियुक्तो जहातीह उभे सुकृत दुष्कृते तस्मात् योगाय युज्यस्व योगः कर्मसु कौशलम्.
योगः कर्मसु कौशलम्. बुद्धियुक्तो जहातीह उभे सुकृत दुष्कृते तस्मात् योगया युज्यस्व योगः कर्मसु कौशलम्. Translation. A man engaged in devotional service rids himself of both good and bad reactions, even in this life. Therefore, strive for yoga, which is the art of all work. So before coming to the verse number 50, so there is a continuation from 49th verse. So Krishna is advising Arjuna that keep all abominable activities far distance by Buddhi Yoga. So here Buddhi Yoga he is referencing as devotional service. Abominable activities meant here is basically karma kanda activities, which you might have heard it from Prabhuji previous week, previous verse 49. So somebody who is interested to enjoy the fruits of activities, that is our own karma. So why it is inauspicious or abominous? Because it is binding us from the cycle of birth and death. So that is what Krishna is giving the different definitions to the Buddhi Yoga to Arjuna from the next series of verses from 50, 51 and 52. So that's why how you will all keep far distancing. So he is referring this as by performing the Buddhi Yoga. So now he is giving the different definitions to the Buddhi Yoga from this verse onwards. So here Yogaha karmasu kaushalam. Yoga is all the artwork is what is defining in the purport by Srila Prabhupada. So karma means actions, kaushalam means expert. When we say expert, we cannot link all the expertise that what we do in our day to day, that becomes my own yoga. Suppose if somebody very famous or maybe very expert in sports, he can say that I will do samadhi myself, that is my yoga. That is not yoga. Somebody might be very great in playing some musical instrument. Can that be called as yoga? So Krishna is explaining here. So different people may consider different things. So that is not the yoga. It's a material expertise. So what makes something spiritual, that is what we wanted to know. So he is giving indications to Arjuna, what is that yoga that you need to focus. Some connection with spiritual reality. So yoga means the connection with the Supreme Lord Himself, who has manifested as Krishna. Yogaha karmasu kaushalam. The expertise who is working in such a way that work becomes cautious or work becomes Krishna conscious. Either way. So I was telling to Murli Prabhu some time back, in your office, you are making Krishna conscious activities, you are making devotees, you are sharing Krishna to everybody. So when the day-to-day activities are spent like that, yeah, you can be considered in the path of yoga because you are connecting to the Supreme Lord. Though you will be able to manage your day-to-day activities, the fruits what you are trying to achieve, right, that is what we have seen in the previous. So now whenever we do this kind of yoga, what it is going to happen? Are we actually focusing on Krishna or at least bringing him Krishna in the middle of the center? So that is the question that we need to ask ourselves. How can I connect my day-to-day activities to Krishna? How can we connect our day-to-day activities with Krishna? Anybody want to throw some light? It could be anything. What do you feel? How do you feel that you are connected day to day with Supreme Personality?
My morning chanting Hare Krishna Mahamudra,
Yes, very nice method. 10. Anything else? Bhoga offering. Wonderful. Okay. Okay. Anything else from Prabhuji's side? Yes, Mataji. Listening, yes, wonderful. So Shravanam, Kirtanam, wonderful. Reading Bhagavad Gita, serving the devotees, wonderful. So I'll just share one of the realizations. When we normally do, how we are connecting with Krishna, right? Like now, one of the devotees actually playing nice kartal, mridanga, and is singing very nicely. So at that age, that's very beautiful. His boy is here. Oh, very nice. So sometimes we feel we are actually connected or not connected, because from the material perspective we see I need an output, right? I need something to happen, or some magic or some miracle should happen, so that okay, whatever we are doing, it is actually reaching to the Lord, or He is actually reciprocating. Whether He is reciprocating or not, how do we know? That is the thing. So with constant remembering the Lord, it can happen. And also it is possible that the amount of affection, the love that you show to Lord will definitely, you will have a reciprocation. I'll share one of the experience that we had recently. So devotees were asked to go for Nagar Sankirtan. So we were planning that activity. We all went for Nagar Sankirtan. We are with us, so Gauranga was there. So we are all going for Nagar Sankirtan. So the plan was just do from morning to evening. Whatever is the break happens, we will take it depending upon the weather. Okay, the plan was on. We started and we were holding the Gauranga deities, and then we are doing Nagar Sankirtan on the small streets to see if we can enable the society, whoever is there, we can bring them into the center. So after some time, what we felt was, we put garland morning. It is a little hot outside, so we thought it's not good, we need to change the garland. But all of a sudden we cannot get, because the roads are empty, I mean there is no flower shop or anything. So slowly we are pulling, traveling little bit. Then after some time, there is a market in Osa Road. So we realized that market maybe we can get something. There is a group of people who are actually selling something, but that is not related to our spiritual thing. It's completely nonsense, like meat and all. So we thought what we can do. So we are constantly praying, Lord, if at all we cannot do, but you can do the miracle. So it's up to you how you wanted to handle the situation. Our situation is like, we take the blessings and we seek the prayers from Guru Parampara. That much only we can do. The remaining He has to provide. So we are traveling. When we took the turn from one street to other street, there is a one person simply standing. You might have noticed us, we are coming from a far distance. He was carrying one big cover of flowers. We were thinking where we will get the flowers. So that fellow did a Pushpa Abhishek from 1.5 feet distance. So Gauranga is enjoying. So that is the bliss. Then it has become, light has become like this. Now we were thinking, Mataji is telling, if my house means I would have done Gaura Arati, that we all did, right? So that is also true. On the road, how do? We can only do Kirtan. Next street, 10 minutes of time, one old woman, she came with one Eka Arati. She did one round of Arati to the deities, and then she just paid obeisances and left. Okay? Then we were thinking, really this reciprocation happened only because of the mercy from Guru Parampara. When we constantly chant the holy names of the Lord, definitely He will reciprocate. This is the real example. Then we were thinking, one Mataji came and she told, I offered morning some sugarcane juice, so I will bring because devotees feeling thirsty. So let them have something so that they can do some more kirtan. So we said okay. So we passed little bit. Then one small, what do you call, the bandi, little movable vehicle, push. So that person has almost full vehicle as Mosam fruits. So he told one that weighing machine, that container box, he told, he just, sir, just take, tavali, he just take all this. So we thought, Bhoga offering also is going to happen. Then I remembered, okay, I think Lord has His own plans. See, He only did His own Pushpa Abhishek, He only did His own Arati, He only now going to do Bhoga. So that person said, we asked, only you give two, we'll offer, one we'll give it to you. And he said, no. He gave a whole bunch of that box and he told you give it to the Lord. Then we offered. As soon as we are holding it, one of the fruit actually fall on his vehicle nearby. Then he told, this is Mahaprasad, and he took away. So the mercy floating is like unimaginable. Only thing is we need a constant faith and then love towards the Lordships. This can happen. The recent example I will tell, we all planning for Janmashtami. I think you all have the closed shelter where there is no issue of rain, right? But this time we tried in a ground because our center has some restrictions with respect to maximum crowd area, steps and all. So we thought we'll go for a ground and all. So we took permission, everything is done, started putting pandal, everything. So what happened? People started questioning, if heavy rain comes, what will happen? That is a basic thing, right? If heavy rain comes, nothing we can do. So devotees thought, we'll go for waterproof. That is something little expensive, but no other option. Okay, we also gone with waterproof. So when we go for waterproof, what we said is, I have only this much space that I can provide and cover, but remaining you have to go for normal, because if I wanted to cover everything, then I have to buy somewhere else, that is too expensive. Then I said, okay, whatever he said, okay, we agree. To put that waterproof pandal, continuously it's raining, even just to cover the place. So devotees decided, let's go to that site. So we constantly chant and recite Guru Parampara prayers continuously. So when we started reciting from all the Guru Parampara prayers, you can see all of the Guru Parampara in the altar. Next day there was no rain. After that day also there was no rain. In between, this pandal fellow started putting the pandal, because he need time without rain so that he can at least cover the ground. Otherwise it will become dirty. People cannot walk inside the auditorium. That happened. The main worry is on the Janmashtami day. Janmashtami day it is drizzling here and there some places. So what happened that day? We tried our best. Again, constant prayers. Lord, we wanted to celebrate your occasion with maximum crowd that you can allow us, so that we can celebrate. So then he said, we were thinking, let's continue our prayers, chant the holy names. Only thing happened is 12 minutes of rain on the Janmashtami day in the first half and 18 minutes of the rain on the second half. Only this much is the percentage of the time that only on Janmashtami day which got rain. The rest of the day was no obstacle. So when we actually do the devotion in our day-to-day activities, with the help of whatever we could do, definitely Lord is going to protect us, and no matter what we are going to do. But only thing is, constant endeavor should be there. You always have the association of the devotees. I think already Mataji's and are mentioned, always have the association of devotees, like how you carry, and then you always take care of the deities. Hare Krishna. Okay, it has come back. So, buddhi yukto jahataha. So, if you work with buddhi, then what will happen? Ubhe sukra duskrute. All good and bad results of your current and past work will be able to given up. So from 50 to 51 and 52, Krishna is saying to Arjuna some of the benefits when you do buddhi yoga. So this is the one for verse of 50. So Krishna is telling Arjuna here the benefit for practicing buddhi yoga, it's going to be freedom from the reactions, which is a good reaction or bad reaction. So one can engage in buddhi yoga, you can get rid of good and bad reactions. So the next one, 51. Karmajam buddhi yukta hi phalam tektva manishinaha janma bandha vinurmuktaha padam gacyanti anamayam. Karmajam buddhi yukta hi phalam tektva manishinaha janma bandha vinurmuktaha padam gacyanti anamayam. Translation: by thus engaging in devotional service to the Lord, great sages or devotees free themselves from the results of work in the material world. In this way, they become free from the cycle of birth and death and attain the state beyond all miseries by going back to Godhead. So the first one, Krishna is telling to Arjuna, when you do buddhi yoga, you are free from good and bad reactions. Suppose if I am holding two bags, one bag is full of good, one bag is full of bad. So where will I go? Where will I go? Yes, Mataji, where will I go? Will I go to God's planet? No. Should I go to Majestic? No. Should I go to Goa? Yes, Mataji, where will I go? I go nowhere. Somewhere I should go, no?
It's balanced out, good and bad.
Okay. Yes, bro.
Whatever you choose first. But both the places you go.
Yeah. So here, first line Krishna is saying, Karmaja buddhi yukta. So when someone works dovetailing one's karma and works with the buddhi, how does he do that? When he wanted to do that, how does he do that? He is mentioning in the second one. Phalam tektva manishinaha. So one gives the attachment to the fruits and the persons. So that person is called manishinaha. So manishinaha means manaha plus isha. Manishinaha. So one who has conquered the mind, that is called manishinaha. So how do we understand conquering of the mind? What would be the meaning of conquering of mind? If mind always looks for temporary results or temporary enjoyment. Mind doesn't see the deeper reality. Can anyone observe? Mind will see the deeper reality, or it will take instant results, instant options. Suppose now you had come here and there was some guest at your home. As soon as you enter, what normally your mind will say? What normally your mind will say?
Yeah, that they must know.
Okay. And then
Next week we should have known. This week.
instantly you will feel that you will be looking at.
The voice.
Right? So you wanted to move. Correct? So these are the temporary or superficial enjoyments. Mind doesn't see the deeper reality. When mind cannot see the deeper reality, then it cannot obtain the spiritual goal. Somebody who conquered the mind, he understands that what is the spiritual goal of my life. So, like if any person who can think deeper and who understands the spirituality, who can think deeper, that person is the Maneshinaha in this context. Then look at the third line, Janma Banta Vinirmuktaha. So that person, that Manishinaha, who acts like this, what will be the result? Vinirmuktaha. He would become free from cycle of birth and death. So Vinirmuktaha means getting liberated. So, if someone breaks the cycle of birth and death, what happens to that person? Where does that person go? Goes back to Godhead. Okay? Anybody else?
Get liberated from the material world.
So if you look, okay, it's projecting it. Okay, if you look at the fourth line in that, right? What it is saying? Padam gachanti anamayam. The person goes to Padam gachanti anamayam. The place is called Anamayam. Anamayam means the place which is free from miseries. So in general, if we do extremely good or follow the karma kanda process, so gradually you are going up and then enjoying the Swarga Loka. Okay? So once your credits, you are saying if I go with the 2 bags, once the credit is over, my credit card limit is done, what will happen? The soul comes back to the earthly planet. So for the punishments, the soul may go to the lower planets. I think if you are, I'm not sure if you all have seen the Goloka chart where our Acharyas has described our planetary system, which would contain, we are at the middle, the earth planet. Below we have lower planets, and above we have some kind of a better planets like Payas. So you will have Bhuvarloka, Swargaloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka and Satyaloka. This is in the above earthly planet. Below the earth planet you will have Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Rasatala, Patala. So underneath you will have Narakaloka. So if some punishment needs to be done, the soul goes to Narakaloka, and there the magic will happen. You might have all seen from some movies or heard from somebody. Okay? So that is the concept when soul is trying to look for. So breaking the cycle of birth and death means you will actually eject from this universe, and then you will have a choice. You can go to the Brahmajyoti if you wanted. Brahmajyoti is a kind of, it's like a bodily effulgence of the Lord. In this, you can hang around that area in that Brahma Jyoti and do nothing, because the soul is active and the soul needs to do something. If the soul doesn't know about the Vaikuntha planet, then it may come back to material world as without any activity, soul cannot live. So that is the beauty. So Krishna says that the soul is active and it needs to act, so it must act. That is the reason it will come back. So what we need to do? Do our duty with full sincerity. Let go the results, whether it's a success or failure. Focus on the effort and intentions, not the rewards. So the mindset, actually this mindset will actually reduce the anxiety, and what it will build? It will build the inner peace. So when we have this thing happened over the period of time, it purifies the mind and leads to the spiritual growth. So when we wanted to progress spiritually, I think you all are practicing bhakti, sadhana bhakti. So how many of you are chanting at least a minimum one round of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra? At least one round. Okay. Anybody is doing more than 8 rounds? Okay, very nice. So by engaging in Buddhi Yoga, one can cross over the material world very easily and get free from cycle of birth and death. We'll see the third verse. Yada te moha kalilam buddhir vyakti ratisyati tadagantasi nirvedam srotavyasya srutasya cha yada te moha kalilam buddhivyati rasisyati tadagantasi nirvedam srotavyasa sutosya cha. Translation: when your intelligence has passed out of the dense forest of delusion, you shall become indifferent to all that has been heard and all that is to be heard. Here it is saying, Yadate moha kalilam buddhir yatirasyati. So when your intelligence goes beyond the forest of delusion, then what will happen? Tadagantasya nirvedam sotavasya sutasya. So you will become indifferent to all that have been heard and all that is to be heard. So what is the meaning of indifferent? Here it is mentioned, indifferent. Basically it is saying not interested. The material world is considered as a jail. Can anyone disagree? We are all doing whatever we want, but it's not jail. It is jail. In jail we see that nobody is trapped. Anybody is trapped? This is an open jail. So when our intelligence is trapped, that is what our situation is. We generally don't know what is the goal of our life. That is how we are trapped. So when our intelligence goes beyond the forest of delusion, as mentioned in this verse, then one will become indifferent to all that heard and from the past or unto the near future. One will hear in the future. So Krishna is saying to Arjuna that one will be relieved from all the miseries from false hope. So what are those false hopes? The last line of the verse, Srotavyasya Sutasya cha. You have heard about all these kinds of promises of pleasure of the scriptures in the past, and you may have heard about it in the promises of the future as well. Krishna is telling to Arjuna, don't get caught in the temporary pleasure of the material world. So go beyond this dense black forest. So what happened is, in the present days, various kinds of hope of happiness presents, like I want a nice home, I want a nice gadget, and I want a nice car. Are we happy with these three? Can we say, are we happy with these three? It will come normally in the form of, I think, this is advertisement, right? If that advertisement says there is some offer, some kind of real estate or some car or some jewelry and all, what it will tell you, it will actually try to coop you. Actually, it will actually make you make an attempt that deviate yourself and then go attract to that activity. That is the situation we are in. So when we know these are all materially engaged activities that we wanted to get away, it will still stitch you. We need to come out from that. Our mind actually starts thinking about these external things only most of the times, right? These objects are going to give up me happiness in this world. So, Prabhu, in the altar, 6 Goswamis is there? Okay. So, can anyone tell me, you can see the altar, there are 6 Goswamis present, prominent acharyas in ISKCON Guru Parampara. One person who is from Karnataka, and his material name was Amar. Can anyone tell what's his name, Goswami name? Who said? Hari Bol. Prabhu, please come. Very nice. Hare Krishna. So, Sanatana Goswami was highly respected, wealthy minister in the Muslim government of Bengal under Nawab Hussain Shah. He had a vast library, fluent in multiple languages like Arabic, Persian, Sanskrit. Everything he has is a materialistic, cloud dream of power, position, wealth and management. So he is a very scholarly expert. That's why the Muslim, the king has put him under ministry. So despite of all this, he felt something little confused. He felt empty and confused. He is not able to move forward. Why? He started realizing that all this is so-called knowledge is not helping him at any cost. So who has this actually? Why he is suffering, and what is the real purpose of his life when he is suffering like this? He started thinking. So in this verse, if you see, forest of delusion. When one caught in the forest of delusion, the knowledge heard in the material world brings no peace. What happened after that? Sanatana Goswami met Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So when he escaped from this Muslim king, he went to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the place called Varanasi. When he met, he fell to his lotus feet of Mahaprabhu and asked him, it comes in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela. Ke ami kene amaya jare tapa traya. Who am I? Why I am suffering this threefold of miseries? So at a moment he was actually thinking, I did lot of day-to-day activities which is helping the king, but still I am not getting any benefit, neither I am happy, nor I don't know where I need to go. So this was the moment his intelligence, the buddhi, began to cross the forest of delusion. If you see in the first line, moha kalilam, yadhate moha kalilam. So the buddhi began to cross the forest of delusion, that is called moha kalilam. So Mahaprabhu answered by teaching him the truth. He said, you are not a king, nor you are not a minister. You are an eternal servant of Lord Sri Krishna. Then he started understanding the reality, truth, where he felt this is the answer for existence of my life. So when I don't know what is the purpose of my existence in this life, it is very difficult for me to operate on a day-to-day basis, because constantly the suffering will keep continue. I cannot move further. Then Sanatana Goswami gave up everything, his position, wealth, his prestige, even external learning, nothing has happened. So because he had attained the spiritual intelligence. There is so much to talk about Sanatana Goswami, but from the context of this Moha Kalilam and Srotavyasa Sutasya wanted to bring it to him. Here he heard much, all the knowledge, scriptures and philosophy, that you can see. Sutasya had much led to hear, that is called Srotavyacha. So as per Vedic tradition, endless Vedic spirituals, this is from Sanatana Goswami. But once he received the real knowledge from Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that is his buddhi, transcendental moha, he actually transcended into the moha and became indifferent. If you see the Tadagantasya Nirvedam, okay, that is indifferent to all the kinds of so-called knowledge. So he only wanted to hear Harikatha, nothing else. So that is where we can always look for Shravanam and Kirtanam to make it as a habit in our day-to-day life. So when we have this with us, so there is a possibility that whatever the three benefits that Krishna is telling to Arjuna here can be fulfilled. So what is the first benefit from verse 50? Anyone remember? Yeah, Buddhi Yoga, what he is telling, what is the benefit it will happen?
No positive and
So
no
connect
negative.
with God, connect.
The first one.
Get rid of both positive and negative.
Freedom from good and bad reaction. So he is trying to give another definition of Buddhi Yoga in these three sequences, 50, 51 and 52. So 50 is talking about freedom from good and bad reactions. The 51 is talking about which one? 51 what is talking about? What we will be freed from here?
Birth.
Yeah, cycle of birth and death. What is the 52?
Go back to God.
Yeah, indifferent to the Vedic rituals. So we are all doing sadhana bhakti normally. So how do we actually understand? Lot of times when we do the chanting, when we do the japa, when we do arati, we feel that it's not actually giving the true happiness. Sometimes we feel. How many of you are feeling? Are you happy when you stand in front of the Lord that you are able to connect? The yoga. Actually, this verse you would like to hear from Guru Prabhu because he's the yoga master. He could actually narrate it nicely. But yeah. So the connectivity to the spiritual objectives is basically until unless you taste it, you will not be able to realize it. So there is a person who is actually planning to visit to one prostitute home. He nicely dresses up and most fragrance flowers he carries. He is traveling. He wanted to go to one of the prostitute home. While going to that, there is a small little bit bridge. Both sides has a water, small lake or river. So while he is taking the flowers, when he crossing over that bridge, the flowers fell down. So that fellow thought, sarcastically said, Krishna Arpana. Okay. Then somehow he went, he met, and then he spoke about it. All that drama happened. After a while, this person left the body. Okay. So as usual, Chitragupta has invented him in front of Yamaraj. Yamaraj is saying, Chitragupta, what's the matter? Why this fellow is in front of me standing? Yamaraj, this fellow is a worst fellow, Yamaraj. All the nonsense he did. Then, okay, at least even person is a pious or not, but maybe he might have done some percentage or something somewhere, sometime he would have done something good. No. Anything is there, check you on your list. So, Chitragupta said, Yamaraj, knowingly, unknowingly, he did one good thing. Okay, what's that? He said, Yamaraj, this fellow took Lord's name, Krishna Arpanam once. Okay, that's nice. Then, rest of the history is all the bad things. I think so much is there list for his punishments, Yamaraj. Yes. Okay, let's deal with him separately. So what we will do is, he will call that fellow, he will tell, you have two choices. Option 1, you wanted to take the punishment first, or you did little good thing, you took the Lord name, you want a credit for that. That fellow, oh my God, here also options are there, he felt. Then he started, Yamaraj, first credit I will take, Yamaraj, please. If you don't mind, please. Okay, granted. Then Yamaraj told, for this credit is, we will drop you in Swargaloka for 3 minutes, enjoy. Then you get a chance and opportunity to see how the Swargaloka will be. He felt very happy. Yamaraj, can I get started? Okay, made the arrangements. So they dropped in Swargaloka. So that fellow, as soon as he landed in Swargaloka, he saw there is a big garden. I think it is known as something called Narayana Van. So nicely beautiful garden with full of flowers. What he did, he went to each of the plant, started plucking flowers. The minute he got into that garden, when he started plucking the flowers, he started telling, Krishna Arpanam, Krishna Arpanam, Krishna Arpanam, Krishna Arpanam, Krishna Arpanam, Krishna Arpanam. Every flower he plucked, wherever he go, move around it, Krishna Arpanam, Krishna Arpanam. Sometime happened. Then one big Airavat has come. He started looking at it. On top of it, who is standing? Who is sitting on Airavat? Indra. Indra said, hey man, how are you doing? So this fellow started crying. What happened? My time up, you came, you are going to push me. Then this fellow started crying. No, actually something good for you. Why I came here is, I like your attitude. I like the way you are doing. I came here to tell you that you are going to stay here only because you are continuously chanting the Lord's name. So since whenever he actually took the opportunity versus when he got an opportunity from Yamaraj, he utilized it intelligently. Then he told, stay here, I am leaving, enjoy. So sometimes we feel taking the names of Lord, what will be the impact in our life? This is the thing. We never know what will happen. So a lot of times I used to observe devotees when they drive, when they go, when they talk with somebody, or when they travel, or when they are in bus, train, they always keep the chanting bag, or they always keep the counter. They always chant. Why? Because constantly, see, when you do morning chanting, what will happen? Your mind will say, I need to cook for my kids immediately, I should get into the kitchen. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. My husband is thinking, what should I prepare? Upma pested to those. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Yesterday sambar rice got wasted. I think I should do something else for my daughter. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. So constantly mind is moving, right? So you need to pull back and then chant. That is the beauty. So when we do that, definitely there is a reciprocation will happen. So in order to get that stage, practice, and practice only. So I always get inspired by Madhuri Shyam Mataji. I never seen her without chanting. Yeah, she always try to chant. She always spend time with taking the Lord names. That is one of the greatest quality that one can learn, practice, implement. People usually say when we wanted to progress in bhakti, lot of obstacles, right? I heard from one of the senior devotee in our temple, if you actually do Mangalarati every day, chant minimum 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and take Krishna Prasadam, read Srimad Bhagavatam every day. If you practice like this for 12 years, whatever you are going to speak, whatever you are going to say, that becomes truth. So that much energy will be gained by this 12 years. But imagine, constant endeavor, if some, just now we just shared examples, right? How our chanting will happen. Until unless we don't focus on our chanting, there is nothing we can actually bring out of us. That is the one and only which will give us a key to anything. This is the only trigger. I had asked one question. Some devotee asked, I remember some years ago. Prabhuji, we are not able to focus on the day-to-day work at work. We are not able to do it, and because of that, chanting also we are not able to do it. People think that if you do nice chanting, my work will be nice. Lot of times that is how the approach, but it's actually reverse. It is you just spend the quality of time with your full intelligence and force, faith on the Lord, do it your work properly, then come back, finish your rounds or next day rounds. Then you will not have any disturbance. But normally our mind says, please let me chant nicely so that I can take care better in my workplace. That is the other way around. That is why Namaparad is very important. And also I think taking time. And also Prabhu, are we doing Bhakti Steps programs in your center? So we do. Wonderful. So please participate, get access to yourself, and Murli Prabhu organizes this wonderfully. So when you all have come up to the Bhakti Steps ladder, that is where if somebody comes to your home and say hi or anything, immediately you will offer them glass of water or fruit or anything, right? That is a gratitude we all are showing. Same way, everything has been given by Lord. Just show our gratitude by just taking the Lord's name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this is the only thing that can actually make us progress better in our day-to-day sadhana bhakti. And I think I will take a pause here. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you for the opportunity.